It was an ordinary Tuesday when I decided to run some errands around my neighborhood, only to be met with the usual frustration of finding a parking spot. As I circled the block, I noticed a few empty spots near my building. I quickly maneuvered my car into one, relieved to have finally found a place to park. But little did I know that the simple act of parking would spark a confrontation with two of the most entitled individuals I've ever encountered. Just as I was about to step out of my car, I noticed a woman and her daughter glaring at me from across the street. They were standing outside their house, arms crossed, with expressions that screamed disapproval. I didn't think much of it at first, assuming they were just annoyed about something else. However, it quickly became clear that they were fuming over one thing: I had parked in what they believed was their spot. "Hey, you're in my spot," the daughter, who appeared to be in her 20s, shouted. I was taken aback as I had parked in a public spot and there was no sign indicating it was reserved. I politely explained that it was a free spot and that I had every right to park there. But she wasn't having any of it. Her mother, who had joined her by now, chimed in with her own rude remarks. "We've been parking here for years. You have no right to take our spot," she snapped. The nerve of these two was astonishing. I tried to remain calm and explained once more that there was no designated parking for anyone in particular, but it fell on deaf ears. They started getting more aggressive, claiming I was disrespecting them and their property. At that point, I'd had enough. I calmly got back in my car and drove away, but not before making a mental note of their behavior. A few hours later, I returned with a plan. I called a towing company and had both of their cars towed. They'd made it clear that they thought they were above the rules, so it was time to teach them a lesson in respecting public spaces. When they realized their cars were gone, they were absolutely livid. They called me, cursing and demanding I pay for their towing fees. But I simply reminded them that parking spots are for everyone, not just entitled individuals like them. In the end, they had to pay for their own stupidity, and I couldn't help but feel a little bit of satisfaction knowing that they finally learned the hard way.